Yesterday we discussed what is the data structure and where we use this data structure. In previous days, in last class we discussed what is data structure, where we use this data structure. Example for online is online reservation and online reservation, and another one is Google Map, or another example is chess game. How many steps okay. So then how data structure is used for storing, for managing, for data changing, for ordering, indexing, searching, scalability. In all these cases, we are using data structures. So data structures are classified into two types: primitive data structure, non-primitive data structure. So primitive data structure means the data can be manipulated directly by the machine instruction. Example: integer, character, float, etc. Non-primitive data structures which cannot be manipulated by the machine instructions is here. Non-primitive data structure classified into linear data structure and non-linear data structure. Okay, so linear data structure means the data will be stored in linear order. Okay, and non-linear data structure means data will be stored in non-linear order. I already explained in last class. This is the linear order. In this way, we have to store the data. Non-linear order we have to represent in tree form or graphs. Okay, these are non-linear and this is linear. So next, coming to the arrays. Array is defined as a collection of homogeneous elements already stored. I explained. So arrays are always stored in continuous memory allocation, and arrays can be multiple values. Here array can be stored multiple values, which can be referred by a single name. So in array, different values will be stored, but it can be verified by a single name. Okay. Next, arrays are classified into three types: one-dimensional array, two-dimensional array, and three-dimensional array. And for coming to the one-dimensional array, see here. The main point in array is the elements of array will always be stored in continuous memory allocation. I already explained yesterday class. And the number of elements that can be stored in an array that is the size of the array or its length given by the user. So before if you start the array, you just declare the but before using the array, you must declare the size of the array. Before you have to initialize the array before starting of the program. Means before entering the program, you first declare the array size. Then only you will use different operations on arrays. Okay. So array classified into one-dimensional array, two-dimensional array, three-dimensional array, multi-dimensional array. So coming to the one-dimensional array, the array which contains one subscript, we call it as a one-dimensional array. Only one subscript. Okay. The syntax for one-dimensional array here data type, which data type use, then the array name, the name of the array, then in square bracket you have to represent the size. This is the syntax for one-dimensional array. So see here, in this way you have to represent the syntax, or in this way also you have to represent the syntax. Same data type, variable name, size. Here in this you directly give values to the array. Okay. So see example here, int a of 10. So here when we initialize the array, the computer will allocate the memory of memory block of 0, start index 0, then 1 and so on up to 9. Okay. So because array index starts from 0 to 9, so the elements stored in the array is 1, 2 and so on 10. Okay. So see here a of 0 index contains the value of 1, and a of 1 contains the value of 2, and a of 9 contains the value of 10. So in this way, how to represent the array? Directly initialize the value in this. For this, this is the example. Here data type is int, variable name is a, and size is 10. Okay. And another way to represent array is, see here, to represent the array, directly give the character of 5. Then you input the value by using the scanf statement. Okay. In the here we are directly giving the values here. If you want to give your own values, then you have to input the values from the system. Okay, we'll explain that with the example in next slides. Here I am taking the character a of 5. So index starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so here a of 0 contains a value and a of 1 contains b value. So in this way, how to represent the one-dimensional array. Everybody clear, or anybody has any doubt, please write a message in chat box. Okay, any doubt? Okay. Okay. Just once again, I am repeat. Someone asked, just explain once again. So see here, one-dimensional array means which contains only one subscript. This we call it as the subscript. Okay. So the syntax for the array is, first you have to initialize the data type, either integer or float or character. Okay, or double, anything. First you have to write the data type, then write the array name. It may be a, b, or array. You write anything, the name of the array, and you have to declare the size compulsory in square brackets. Okay. So here see your example, int a of 10. You directly give values to the, directly have to store the values from a of 10, 1 to 9, you have to store directly in the array. If you want to give your own values, you just write input for that function. So then if you want to characters you have to represent always in single quotations. Okay, just remember. So here a of 0 contains a and a of 1 contains b. Okay, clear? Okay, see example, then you understand better about one-dimensional array. So here stdio.h is a standard input output functions. It is a library. Stdio.h is a library. It contains input output functions related to the program. Okay. So here I am taking array. So here this is the data type and this is array name ARR and the size is 5. Okay. So okay, for this example, I want to print 5 elements in the array. So see here why I am taking the for loop for the function because I am giving the values from array continuously 5. Okay. So see here for this example scan of percentage okay print enter value of I. So I am giving the input value 10. So first here printf here it will shows enter a of 0 value because I am taking index value a of 1. So a of 5 so starts a of 0 so enter a of a. Enter yeah here because I am giving here enter a of this so output here percentage d represents the int value so int of a of percentage d means index starts with 0 so here it will represent like this the given the value is 10. Okay, then a of 1 I will give the value 20. Okay, then 30 40 50. So 0 1 2 3 4 total I have gave the values 5 so that will be my input. Then after we want to print the elements again we take another for loop for I equal to 0 I less than 5 because the array index starts from 0 to 4 only that's why I taken here I less than 5. Okay, so print the elements array so all these will print 10 20. Okay, output is 10 20 30 40 50. Okay, that is the output for this program. Okay, understand by C here if you are giving the input you have to use the function scan of percentage d and ampersand array of ampersand means it will store the allocate the memory for this location for this address and it will store that in that array for when you allocate into a of 5. Okay, so the system will allocate memory of 5 blocks 1 2 3 4. Okay, in this way it will allocate the memory 0 1 2 3 4. Okay, this is the address 100. First address is 100, next 102 because I am taking the data type as int so it will allocate continuous memory allocation. Okay, understand? So in this way it will allocate the memory. Okay, so when we give here ampersand array of 5 so array of 5 value is 0 address location is 1000, then it will store here 10. Similarly 20, 30, 40, 50. So in this way it will store the value. Then when we write the print statement, all these values will print. So output is, this is the output for this program. Okay. Anybody has any doubt, please write a message. Okay, it is clear. In this way, how to print the one-dimensional array. Okay, if you give the values, then you print that values. Any queries? Okay. Next, two-dimensional array. When the array has two subscripts, we call it as a two-dimensional array. So it is used two subscript. One subscript is used for row values and another used for column. So this two-dimensional array is mainly used for matrix representation. One subscript is row values and another subscript is column values. Most of this is mainly used for matrix representation. All of you know the matrix representation. Okay, this is the matrix representation. For example, A of 0, 0, A of 0, 1. Next, A of 1, 0, A of 1, 1. So this is 2 into 2 matrix. You all know about the matrix representation. So in this type of representation, we are using two-dimensional array. Okay. So see here in this, for example, better understand, see here the syntax for the two-dimensional array. First you have to write data type just like one-dimensional array. Same data name. Then here we have two subscript. One is row and another one is column. Okay. So you just give the size of the row and give the column size, means total number of elements in a row and the total number of elements in column you have to write here. Or you represent in this way also. Same data type name, data type, which data type, int, float, character, variable name, row size equal to, directly give the values here, just like one-dimensional array. Okay. So see your example, data type is int, variable name is a, and the number of rows is 3 rows and number of columns is 3 columns. So see here, if another example, int a of 3, you represent in this way and give the values by using scan input values. Then we have to write a for loop, or taking for loop, and you have to print the values. So here in this example, directly directly give the values to the array. So here you have 3 rows and 2 columns. Okay. So this is represented in as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because 2 columns, 3 rows. So this is represented in this manner. Okay, 2 columns. Okay. Any doubt? So see the program here. First see this program, then we watch the program. So here I am taking input as I am giving, see here as include as taking the main value, then open bracket, then I am declaring the two-dimensional array. Int my data type is int, and my variable name is my array. My row size is 5 and column size is 3. So I am directly giving the values to these. Okay. So total 5 rows we are giving, 3 columns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I am giving these values. Okay. So 3, 3, 3, 3. So then how I want to print this. So total how many elements are there? Total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements. So 5 rows. So you declare for loop for I equal to 0, for I less than 5, I plus plus, open bracket. Then you have to take this is row as I and column as J. For C here, I is 5 columns, so that's why less than 5 because index starts from 0 and take another J. J condition is 3. J value is only 3, so start from index 0. So I take J less than 3, J plus plus. So print of percentage D I comma j and my array of I comma j. So here in this percentage d means first to have initialize the percentage d means I value is 0 and j value is 0. So yeah. So a of 0, a of 0 0. So what is the value of a of 0 0? So a of 0 0 is 1. Next a of 0 1, a of 0 1 is 2. Okay, so in this way how to represent the matrix. Okay, and next for example a of 1 2, a of 1 2. So what is the a of 1 2 value? So a of 1 here, then 1 1 1, a of 1 0, a of 1 1, a of 1 2 equal to 6. Okay, so in this way you have to represent the matrix. So this in this way the value is print in the array. So just write this program in one dimensional array and two dimensional array, practice in your lab or in any online editor. If any problem occur, please tell me. If any problem occur, please inform me. So see here in this here I equal to 0, j equal to here I comma j. In this example, see here I comma j. Okay, so I is 0, j is 0, a of 0 0 is 1. For example, for I is 4, j is 0, then the value is 13. Okay, in this way you have to print the value. Just remember here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. So this is the matrix for the output for the given program. A of 0 0 is 1, a of 0 0 is 1, a of 0 1 is 2, a of 0 2 is 3. For example, this is 0th row, 1th row, 2nd row, 3rd row, 4th row. So for example, a of 4 0 is 13, a of 4 1 is 14, and a of 4 2 is 15. So in this way, the value will print. We understand about two-dimensional array. Okay, this is the program only. You directly give the values to the array that will print in the screen. Okay. So this is the program. Just you give the array values that will display on the screen. Okay. So if you want to give your own input for the program, then will you take two loops for input for output. Okay, see here this is the by giving your own values to the array and print the values in the screen. Okay, so same here I am taking data type as int. Okay, I am taking data type as int and my name is display 2 rows and 3 columns. So I am taking for loop for I am taking variables as I comma j for row and column. First I am writing the loop for the row, that is I equal 0, I less than 2, I plus plus, because array starts from 0 to 1, 2 elements in the row and 3 elements in the column. Okay, then I want to give values by my own, so then you have to just print the values of I comma j. So display means I am giving write the display input to the display. So give display of 0 0. So give the input value 0 0, that is I will give the value 20. Okay, next give input to the 0 1, that is 30. Okay, next the loop will go upward, then I value is 2 and j, then here j value twice incremented, so 3 columns 2 rows, so again 0 0 0 1 0 2. Okay, display of 0 2 is 40. So in this way I am writing 3 columns and 2 rows. After that the condition false, then it will go upward and I value incremented by 2, I value incremented by 1, then inside of again we will write the values, that is for 50 60 70, then come outside it will print the values as 20 30 40 50 60 70. Okay, in this way the output. So here in this example you just give your own values to the and values as input and print those values in the screen. So this is about the 2-dimensional array. Okay, here or anybody has any doubt, please write a message. Okay, okay, today in the session, tomorrow we will discuss about multi-dimensional array or 3-dimensional array, and how the memory will allocate for the 3-dimensional array. We will discuss it in the next class. Which program you want to explain? Either 1-dimensional array or 2-dimensional array? Which one? Please write which. Okay, in this this example, present example, I want to you want to explain, or previous example? Okay, see here. Just first you have to initialize the 2-dimensional array. I given here two. I gave here the second row, third column. Okay, two elements per row and 3 elements per column. Then I am taking this as I and j. I is for row and j is for column. Okay, then I am taking 2 for loops, because here 2 values are there, one is row, one is column. So first loop for row, that is I equal to 0, I less than 2, I plus plus. This is for row values. Because I am taking here 2 means only I gave the number of elements in the row is only 2, that's why I am taking here 2. In the same way I am taken here 3, so the number of elements in the column is 3, that's why I take the condition here. I took the here 3. Okay, then print. So this is the only print statement you display on the screen. Just you have to write I comma j, that is 0 0. Display of 0 0 is you have to give the value for the input. So that is we have to give that we use the scanf for some scanf for input percentage d because it is integer type, we are taking the percentage d. Ampersand is for address reference. Then we will give the values. Ij is actually ij is starting value is 0 0. I gave the 0 0 value is 20. Okay, so in memory the 20 will be stored there, but memory will be stored in sequential only, in linear order only. Then 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 in linear order only it will store. Okay, next if you want to print those elements, same, and take two for loops, for one for loop for row and another for loop for column. Then display. For display purpose, you have to use the print statement. For display purpose, use the print statement. Here for input, we are using scanf. Here we are using printf, but we cannot write here ampersand. Just we only print the values in that array. Okay. Understand? Any doubts? Is it clear, Mr. Roll number 52? Is it clear or any doubt? Okay, just you practice these two, three programs in online compilers. If any problem, please tomorrow ask me, I will explain. Okay, today end the session. Tomorrow we will meet. Thank you.